So this graphic design company was successful in filing their own trademark application. They did it themselves and they obtained a trademark registration. But when they saw someone else use the same mark and contacted my office so that I could help them stop what they thought was infringing activity, they didn't have what they thought they had. And that's why it's not a good idea to DIY filing a trademark application. I'm L.A. Perkins, a brand protection attorney. I help business owners and entrepreneurs identify and protect their intellectual property assets and enforce those rights so they can increase the value of their business and avoid costly mistakes. So if you have a business that you're looking to protect, check out my other videos on the YouTube channel and feel free to reach out to me and schedule a consultation. So one of the things I often hear people say is, well, I'm just going to file the trademark application on my own. It looks pretty simple and I think I can do it, but it's not. It may seem simple, but there are lots of nuances to filing a trademark application. For example, in the situation where this client that contacted me wanting to now enforce his trademark rights and actually hired me to send a cease and desist letter. But before I did that, I needed to go back and look to see what rights this client have. And when I went back and I looked and I understood more about the business, the graphic design business, I realized that although they got a registered trademark, it wasn't an appropriate trademark for their business because they were just the graphic designer. They were not the company that was using the actual mark that they were looking to protect. So they had no rights, no basis to get that trademark registration. So as you can see, this is why it is so important to not only file a trademark to protect your business name, but to make sure that when you do, you file it correctly. So if you're considering filing a trademark application, let me give you a few things that you should consider prior to doing so. So first, don't do it on your own. Do yourself a favor and speak with a lawyer with experience in this area. And if you're going to do it on your own, make sure that you understand the class of goods or services that's applicable to your situation and whether you actually have the rights to file the trademark application. Because if you file a trademark application that you have no rights to and it registers, it's actually not worth anything and can be canceled. In addition, when you're filing a trademark application, one of the things that you need to specify in the application is the date of first use and the date of first use in commerce. And these concepts are often confused. And if you put the wrong date in, again, you could end up with a registration that later can be canceled. And when you hire an attorney, they do this all for you. So here's another tip that I just want to make sure you're aware of. You can actually file a trademark application before you start using a trademark, just to put your stake in the ground and claim it as yours. And then later down the road, you would file what's called a statement of use, explaining that you're now using it and showing proof of that. But that is a very prudent thing for businesses to do so that another company doesn't come in and file a trademark application once it gets out what they're doing and they hear their creative name. Another company doesn't beat them to filing the trademark application. So here's a tip that's so important that you should not do. Do not file a trademark application without doing a comprehensive search, knowing whether there's any businesses out there or businesses, individuals, anyone that is using the same or similar name for their business that would be deemed infringement if you proceed trying to use that same name. And again, this is why you should call an attorney. As most things in life, often when you try and DIY it, it ends up costing you more money, more aggravation, more time in the long run. So save yourself the heartache, the sleepless nights, and just do it right the first time. If you're a business owner looking to protect your intellectual property, Check out the other videos on my YouTube channel for additional information, as well as information on my website. And if you're ready to get down to business and protect your brand assets, reach out to my office and schedule a time to speak with me to get your brand armor on.